help represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthis, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Listeners should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you. Visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you give a least. Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
Dreams, I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. The men with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This thing's my love. It's Friday night. The inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio.
I think we are not on the air, David. Are we? Now we are.
I hear you loud and clear.
I was like, we're not on the air. All right. Oh, the light is still not working. That's it. All right. Well, we are here. It is Friday.
What?
The light.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can't.
You don't have a light up there, but
I know. That's what I just said. The light's still not working. But we are here. It's Friday, February the 7th.
I'm
And
not plugged in.
yeah, you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I wasn't plugged in. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't hear nothing.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Well, the gremlins are back in the station.
Well, they told us at the programmers meeting to expect changes, that there's always changes in the studio.
Yeah, we just shouldn't be the change.
Yeah. Now Linda's not plugged in, she says. She is plugged in.
All right, can we start?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure why you're not talking.
Now I hear it.
Oh, my Jesus. Oh, my Jesus.
Come on now.
He's on my last nerve.
The guys are hollering down the pipe chase and rattling the bars.
That's
waiting
right.
on you to do your pole dance.
I've been doing the pole dance right when we started. I was doing it. I was told. You know what? I'm not going to even get into it. But we were given directions on where to put the cameras, how to stage the cameras, the little microphone poles are getting in the way.
I didn't put them on the table. So,
no, and we know everything.
Yeah.
We know all this information. And if it was that easy to change, trust me, we'd be doing it. Okay, so today is Friday, February the 7th, and it's been a hard week. We've had some executions in the United States, one specifically in Texas, and it was the first one of 2025. And And then we have another execution coming up next week in Texas again. And at the same time, every prison in Texas is short on staff, with the exception of, I think, a few. But Abbott is offering 4,000 state prison cells to the Trump administration to detain migrants. That's 4,000 state prison cells he's offering. But we're short on staff. We're short on staff. Of course, you never know. Maybe he'll get somebody was saying the National Guard, which they also said earlier was called out to the Hughes unit because of the issues going on there. However, that was proven to be incorrect, but they did send a special team out to the Hughes unit to move Building 8 of the Hughes unit, and they're going to transfer them to the Allred unit.
I heard they were moving folks from the Wynn unit also. Is that false?
That I don't know. We just know that the Hughes unit and the Allred unit are two of the worst units. I mean, the Allred unit has had, according to the Attorney General's office website, 7 deaths since January 1st.
That's true. My brother's there.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, they're taking the Hughes unit where they pretty much had the officers just threw up their hands and left Building 8 completely alone to their own devices. It's been hard, and you know what? TDCJ Troll is out there trolling for us, trying to figure out what's going on, and he or she, let me put it that way, has been getting the information and making the calls to figure out if the information that has been given is correct. So, yeah, we are keeping our fingers crossed that the next few weeks will turn out okay, because they're supposed to be scrubbing down Building 8, making sure that they get all the contraband out of there. And then, of course, we have other units who are short on staff, who officers are being arrested for theft, and then they're being brought back on, and then they get arrested again within a short time frame for bringing in drugs. But we're going to offer 4,000 state prison cells. I think I said that a few times. Just a few. Maybe if I rub some Chanel No. 5 on my neck. That's what I was told. And I'm getting that let's go. All right, tonight on the Prison Show, we have Meghann. Oh, let me put my glasses on. Meg Sanger, the Chief Legal Operations Officer at Post-Conviction Relief Associates. She's going to be on. Maggie Luna, who is Executive Director at Texas Harm Reduction Alliance. She's going to be on. Savannah is in the studio. Savannah. She's the board chair of the Board of Directors at TIFA. And, of course, her awesome husband is in the studio, too, Pasquale. Abraham Bonowitz, the co-director and founder at Death Penalty Action. He's going to be calling in. And so in the studio, once again, we have Stephanie here helping us with the cameras. She's in the studio. Jules is here. Jules is in the studio. She's Stephanie's cousin, Stephanie's husband's niece. All right. And then, of course, David and Linda. So we're all here. Gang's all here. And now we're going to go to Meg on line 1. Hey, Meg.
Hi, guys. How's everybody doing tonight? Great show to start off.
Yeah, the gremlins were at it.
Well, it happens sometimes.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a previously incarcerated woman from the state of Michigan. So sadly, that makes me part of the largest, fastest growing population to face incarceration. While not nearly as large as, our counterparts, the men, but we are swiftly growing. I had served my sentence, and I went back to college, and I became a litigation paralegal. And then I met up with a wonderful, wonderful, dedicated man named Brandon Harper, who founded this in 2022. And it's the Post-Conviction Relief Associates, and we do all kinds of post-conviction work, and we do a real dedicated service and helping our clients. As I know firsthand experience what that's like, and as do many of our listeners and many people on the show. I did want to say one more thing. Personally, killing people to kill people seems like a sentence that does not encompass justice, and I'm very, very sorry to learn that had occurred in Texas recently.
Yes, it occurs more frequently now across the United States. I know Michigan, however, does not have the death penalty.
No, we don't. And it was very interesting because I had little to no experience with incarceration previous to myself being incarcerated in prison. And in Michigan, there's only one prison for women state offenders. So whether you get the magic number of 13 or 14 months or 32 years or life, you are all there together. And you can imagine that proposes its own separate issues.
Absolutely, yes. It sure does. So when you got out of prison, you decided to go back to school?
I went back to school. So I had finished a lot of my schooling before prison, but then I went back to prison in school, and then I had an opportunity to get a job with a wonderful attorney who had been a litigator for years and years and years, and we worked together for quite a while in the Seventh Circuit in the feds, and did some state work also. And that's kind of where I took off. And then I went with a judge for a little bit. And now, like I said, I'm with Brandon. And I really believe that I have found my life's passion, my life's work. Like myself, I wasn't sure going into this what post-conviction would look like. But from receiving phone calls and working on clients' cases and whatnot, I can tell you that wherever we're getting the statistics from, whether you're taking a plea to something you may or may not have done because it's a lesser penalty, or you think it's a lesser penalty, or if you are wrongfully convicted, the numbers are not properly, I don't believe, are given to us. This is, we have outrageous sentences, and everything has become, kind of a trade or give, and no one really is quite sure what signing that means sometimes, or that's not what you thought it meant, or that's not what they told you it meant. So we're really trying to help decrease our enormous problem of mass incarceration and help some people out.
You know what you just said, we were talking about that a few days ago, talking about the pleas. You're not sure what that's going to look like until you sign it, and then something change. And a lot of these men and women take the pleas when they're 19, 20.
Yep. And there's pressure on them, and I am not I'm not an attorney, but I believe I have some wonderful attorneys I've met. My family has some great attorneys. Personally, I know them, and they're great. They do good work, but they're like teachers, like garbage men, like everybody. There's some good ones and there's some bad ones out there, right? But I don't think that when you're bargaining for your freedom and there's heavy, heavy pressure for decades-long professionals, that, the understanding that the defendant has of what this means and then what it actually turns out to be, they're not the same thing. And we're seeing just an outrageous amounts of lengthy sentences when here it's been, 40 years in the making of this, and we're supposed to be curving the other direction? I'm not so sure about that.
No, I definitely don't think it's curving. Yeah. No.
Well, I mean, that's the whole take. We're going to work on this. But how are we working on this when we're giving even longer sentences, sometimes beyond the max date? Yeah, I mean, it's insane. And I'm not even sure how this happens. I think it's, these are lives that we're dealing with, and it's generational harms. I just can't comprehend it.
And you are correct. It is generational. We see that over and over and over again. Fathers and sons, mothers and daughters.
Absolutely. And I'm one of the very, very fortunate ones who just had a fire lit right under my biscuits, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is, this is immoral. This isn't okay. We can't treat people like this. We don't deserve to treat others like this. And here we're all trying to learn lessons, and quote unquote, you can't see my air quotes here, but, and there is such a lack of compassion, and we're judging people by their worst day of their entire life. When the reality is, now, do we get to judge any of the legal professionals or anyone who's taking care of us or the lack of care by their worst day of their life? It's very, very overwhelming, and my heart goes out to everyone listening who is currently incarcerated or has a loved one. We try to do the best that we can and take as many cases and help everyone out. I'm kind of stumped myself. I guess I didn't really know maybe what I was going into. I knew about post-conviction, but I had not previously worked. I worked on the beginnings previously. And, I don't know. I love it. I just absolutely love an opportunity to try to have somebody start fresh. Absolutely.
So what states do you work in?
Well, we partner with a bunch of attorneys or numerous attorneys throughout the entire United States, honestly. And so depending on how, what your case needs, because post-conviction can mean a lot, different things. It can be habeas corpus. It can be compassionate release. It can be a full appeal. But everybody's cases don't have all the factors and elements maybe needed. We also do transfers and all kinds of other things. So we'll partner with attorneys and we'll find the best person for you. So we do all across the United States.
Well, okay. Sorry, I was getting a finger from David.
Uh-oh, no fingers. I hope you weren't getting that special one.
Yeah, it was. I told her she's number one.
He sure did.
Stephanie came in to talk to me because she put a camera on me, and I had the mic on because I was fixing to start asking questions, and Dani's trying to produce, trying to tell us to be quiet. Now, hey, I'm the producer. I'll talk.
Yeah, but sometimes I just don't know what you're going to say, David.
You never know. That's why I use sign language.
or what Linda's going to say in the background.
Yeah, that's the funny part. Now it was Stephanie. It's all Stephanie's
And now
fault.
it's Stephanie. Yeah,
So I wanted to ask you a few questions. I know your background and all that. That's wonderful, and we're glad that you're ex-offender because that way you understand. But what all states do you guys work in? Because, you're in New York.
I just asked that.
Yep.
David.
Yeah,
Michigan.
So she just asked, and so I work remotely, but I do some traveling depending on the needs, absolutely, or what cases are going on. In the Midwest. I'm in Indianapolis right now, and so we work all throughout the country, and we will match attorneys with cases for the best, depending on what your need is, like a full appeal, if we don't have a contract with one now or someone else can't take it. And so we work throughout the entire country.
Okay, because I noticed Brandon was talking about 2 or 3 other states. And then you asked me which states were, a lot of our listeners are at. And I sent you like our 3 biggest ones. But,
right.
But there's a lot. There's 45 different states. And like Arkansas, every prison in Arkansas can hear us right now. And Arizona, I was really surprised that Maricopa, the sheriff's department is almost 386 people that's been tuning in. So
6 housing units and 8 healthcare units. As I was trying to look it up, I was like, wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
Well, but you're in Texas. You guys are the largest. Well, you're the second largest state prison system to California right now, I believe. But again, you guys, I don't know these statistics that we get. Maybe I should be careful with what I say. I'm not so sure I believe everything I read. Needless to say.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at our dashboard at how many people have been watching, and so that's pretty cool because we're trying to reach everybody, and our goal was really, I don't know if you've been tuning into us or not, but our goal was to reach the ladies out in Gatesville. And we ended up not just getting the ladies, but we got all of Texas and 44 other states to boot. So.
That is really, congratulations. That's, I remember what it feels like to be forgotten and, or to have bad days every day. I tell people, I hate to say this, but, head down, chin up, right? Just get through it. Try to get through it. Now, some of us don't have the opportunity just to get through it. However, with laws changing, I think that there is some room for so many cases and so many people to have another opportunity, another shot, whether they've been there 25 years or 5. We're people, we're not infallible. And there are things that potentially can do, we can try And if it was me, I would want to give it my best, right? And so that's what we try to do.
Well, Meg, what if somebody incarcerated wants to write you a letter? How can they do that?
Well, they can absolutely write me a letter. So the best way to probably do that would be at 825 3rd Avenue, New York, 10022. We're also available on the phones at 216-302-0650. And if you just post convictionreliefassociates.com, we have a website, and we're pretty good about getting back. I am really excited about this. Brandon is so passionate. It's hard to meet my passion, but imagine he does. He's amazing. He's good at what he does, and we're doing it. We're doing our part for sure.
And just to make sure I heard that correctly, it's 825 3rd Avenue?
Yep, New York, 10022. That's correct.
New York, and then, of course, your website. I can always check that out. Inevitably, somebody asked me for addresses, the week after the show, so I want to make sure that I got that down. And
well, you're on it.
Yeah.
And I love you guys. I love that you guys are doing this. I had an opportunity to talk to David, and my heart goes out to you. I just, you're doing good work. We need to join some more troops. We need more boots on the ground, guys. Come on, come to our side.
Absolutely, we need more boots. And you know what? You and Brandon are doing great work. Incredible work.
It's fun to do what you love, right, and what you're passionate about, isn't it? And when you can help somebody, that's the gravy, as they say, right?
Absolutely, icing on the cake. Well, we appreciate you being on, and we hope to have you back on soon.
Yes, well, I look forward to it. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And if you guys need something, you all reach out to me, David. We're always around for you.
Sure will.
Okay?
Chat with you later.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Good night.
Good night. All right. Now, of course, our very own Maggie Luna. We love you, Maggie. And she is now online too. Hey, Maggie.
Hey.
How are you?
How y'all doing?
We are doing great, and we have missed you. I was just talking about you the other day that you hadn't been on the show in a while, and poof, now you're here.
I know. David's amazing reaching out, and it's hard to keep track of when the last time I was here, but I'm really grateful to be here.
But you guys are so busy. Meg was talking about boots on the ground. You guys are in the jails every week, right? Twice a week, at least?
Yes. We're in the trenches, like, for real. We see about 100 people a day.
Oh, wow.
And we go into the Del Valley jail here in Travis County twice a week, and we do, like, overdose prevention. We talk to people about, if they're about to pull chain, we tell them about our services, how to spot an overdose, because, it's happening, and, just educating people on how to stay alive no matter what happens. And we do a class inside of the jail, which is credit repair, and also we give people resources. So whenever they do come out, if they want to come see us at our drop-in center, we can do coordinated assessments and connect them with housing. And we've gotten like 3 people housed in the past week, which is amazing. And so it's so awesome to see people like just get out and, just stay with it and see them get into their own place,
That is incredible. Now, I know the last time you were on the show, you were talking about the Narcan and how you were getting that out to the people on the streets and different facilities. Have you made it into the jails and the prisons?
No, unfortunately not. I have tried to make connections, and I'm not sure if it's the fact that they don't want, attention brought to it.
Maybe not, but they
so
could sure use it.
Yeah, and so that's why we're expanding our reentry team. Right now we have 3 folks. We're getting 2 more. And so we can at least be talking to the people about it before they hit the prison unit. And maybe they can start advocating from within about having access to Narcan, access to overdose, how to spot an overdose, how to reverse an overdose, how to use rescue breathing if you don't have Narcan available. And so the more boots on the ground we have catching people either before they go in or the advocating that we're doing within, and then also the advocating on the street. Just, trying to bring awareness to this horrible, horrible epidemic we have right now. The reentry team is doing amazing things.
Now, you are with what organization? I went away from my screen. I'm sorry.
Texas Harm Reduction Alliance.
Okay.
And we have a drop-in center in downtown Austin, and that's where we have most of our services. We do have showers, food. People can chill for the day and get out the streets so they're not in survival mode, and then we connect them to medicated assisted therapy, treatment, whatever they may need at the time, or if they just need a space to be a human for a couple hours, they can come chill with us. And then we also have an outreach team that goes into the homeless camp, and we tell people where to come get resources. We connect them to, whatever they need. We have all kinds of resources in Travis County, which is really, we're lucky. We're very lucky to be doing this work in Travis County.
So do you have satellite offices in different other counties?
No, we don't, but we do have a statewide connection with other harm reduction organizations. And, Texas is so, it's 256 different counties and different laws. And, in some counties it's not permitted. And so we do have a statewide call once a month, and we talk about struggles that other counties are having. And we're trying to connect to make sure that we can reach as many people as possible.
So some counties it's not permitted? Is that what you said?
Yes. So in the state of Texas, a lot of things are not legal. We offer drug checking, fentanyl test strips, which are not legal in Texas. And we teach people how to test their drugs for fentanyl, because fentanyl is what is killing people. And so in Texas, it's considered paraphernalia. And so it's really hard to get them. So we just like to get out and educate people about it, since Texas does not allow you to check. Be aware that there may be
Something happened to your phone. You moved just the wrong way, I guess.
Mine?
Yep.
Yes.
You're good now.
It was crackling there, girl. You were crackling.
Yeah, you sound like you had Pop Rocks in your throat.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But you were saying that they consider it drug paraphernalia, the test strips?
Yes. In the state of Texas, paraphernalia, and also people who do syringe exchange to make sure that Hep C and HIV are not being spread within the community. That's not legal in Texas either. And so we're educating people on how to stay safe. And, there's a lot of things that we cannot do in Texas. Harm reduction across the nation is utilized by the health department. And so it's a public health crisis. People are dying. People are spreading disease. And we're just offering education and tools to stay safe, stay alive, and keep the community safe.
Absolutely. And Well, for the life of me, I can't figure out why some of this is not inside our prisons right now. Because, I mean, people are, they're dying in prison of the whether it be K2 or fentanyl. Well, fentanyl is a crisis across this country, but the Narcan itself boggles my mind why that's not allowed.
And in some units it's allowed, but the problem is it has to be on an officer. By the time you spot an overdose and you get an officer's attention,
well, yeah,
I mean,
that's virtually impossible.
And you don't have a lot of time when somebody starts overdosing. And so even if they have it locked in a box in the front or in the infirmary or whatever, that's what is that doing? So we're trying to get them like in the units, put them on in the bathrooms, even in the schools. You can't get high off of it.
No.
All it can do is save your life. It's nothing. It cannot do anything else.
So why are they scared of it then?
It's just something else to regulate, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. Something else to regulate.
Yeah.
Savannah has.
I think a lot of people feel like allowing people to use Narcan promotes drug use in a way.
Yeah.
That's basically.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. And I'm a recovering heroin addict. I shot dope for 20 years. I'm around Narcan 15 times a day, every day, and it's never tempted me to use drugs. And so a big myth is like, if you have Narcan, it's going to tempt somebody to use drugs. It's never made me want to go try to overdose.
Yeah, but I think it's more like it's a permission statement for them to use dope, because if they OD, they can always have Narcan.
Yeah.
That's how people feel.
Yeah, that's how people feel, that it would be a permission statement.
Right. But dead people don't recover, so...
No, they sure don't.
No, they don't. No.
We listen and we don't... What's the word?
Yeah, we listen and we don't judge.
Yeah, so my brother-in-law OD'd, and I put him in the wheelchair, and I rolled him through the emergency room door and hauled ass.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't know what else to do, because I knew I'd get in trouble too. So I didn't want him to die, but I just rolled him through the door.
If you heard the stories I hear every single day, and then I hear the stories of the people who are in homeless camps who are saving lives while we're all asleep, because they're up all night using drugs together. And so they're saving each other's lives, which I wish somebody would have had that for me back then, so I could have offered to save somebody's life who's no longer here.
Yeah.
Well, Maggie, what is a good address where people can write to you?
Okay, so it is P.O. Box 4443, Austin, Texas 78762.
Okay, and they can
P.O. Box.
They can put it attention Maggie Luna?
Yes.
Okay, and that's P.O. Box 4443, Austin 78762.
Yes, that's me.
All right. Well, Maggie, we appreciate you being on, and I know I look forward. Hopefully, it won't be that long in between segments with you.
Yes, I can't wait to see you all again.
Yeah, I will be at one point or
Hi,
another.
Savannah and Pasquale.
Yeah.
How you doing, man? Girl.
I will be down in Austin for the at some point for the at the Capitol. So
well, there's a rally at the Capitol on the 13th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, Maggie.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right, Savannah. Now it is time for you, Savannah, with TIFA.
All right. I'm going to start with TIFA updates today. So Maggie kind of already got it going. So we've been a part of just a collaborative effort to but encourage advocacy training. Other orgs are offering it, but you can never have too much education, especially during this time, right, during the legislative session. So on February the 12th, Texas Appleseed and Gateway Alliance are going to be hosting a advocacy training from 9 a.m. to 5:30 at the St. David Episcopal Church. There is a Zoom option, and we can forward the link to those who reach out to us. So this is going to be an all-day training followed by next day reentry simulation, which I've heard a lot about, never had a chance to participate in one. So on the 13th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., there'll be a reentry simulation at the Capitol, which will also contain a panel discussion, which I'll be a part of. Just talking about, from a loved one standpoint, what reentry looks like. I've had my share of experience with that, so happy to just share and hopefully be an encouragement to someone else. Also, earned time credit. We've had a lot of questions about earned time credit. So we've been working since last year to find out about sponsorship. And it's just a really tough landscape right now. And Sharon's been up at the Capitol. I've been on the phone and on my email, just trying to sift out first who would be interested and what we might need to do, like even if it means changing some of the language on the bill. So Representative Moody, we thought for the longest was going to sponsor the bill, and then it turns out he had some reservations and felt like the bill would be better served if it was carried by a Republican legislator. And he told us that kind of bad timing, but it's never too late. So we're back, circling back, trying to find the right sponsor for the bill.
Have you had any nibbles?
No, not yet. So we, of course, we've talked to almost everyone. So everyone's aware of the bill. This isn't the first year, so it's not like it's anything new. But we haven't really had any strong interest in it, which is why typically at this stage in the game, we'd already have a bill number and all those types of things. But not the case this session. So it's been very difficult. And I really just want to clarify to folks, it doesn't mean that we're not going to continue to look for a sponsor. But in the interest of explaining to folks where we are and giving them an update, we have to say that this is what's going on, because if we don't get ahead of it, then as you know, misinformation kind of runs rampant sometimes. So that's where we are with earned time credit. We are going to be following the independent oversight bill. Rep. Canales is going to be following that for us. It's already been in draft, and we're waiting for a bill number for that. And I think it's needed, especially right now with all the deaths and everything that's going on.
Can you explain what that is?
So basically, it's a third-party entity that would oversee prisons and any type of issues related, essentially. So in a nutshell, we know right now the ombudsman program pretty much is a state agency. So not really a great voice for us, but having an independent voice for the families and for those on the inside would really ensure on both sides that interests are met. And so that's what we're hoping for. There's been a lot of push for it across the country. Families Against Mandatory Minimums, they usually do federal work, and they've worked with some states on similar bills. And so we're just trying to, hopefully, I feel like the climate is right for that bill. So it looks like we're going to get off with it, and as soon as we have a bill number, we can let everyone know. And then we're having our rally. Our rally is actually on March the 19th. It's going to be at 12 noon at the Capitol. And it's our Texas Families for Justice rally. Again, we typically do it in February, but wanted to have more information about our bills and things so we can really have something to rally and fight for, and hoping that we can get our families out to support their loved ones and just support the pieces of legislation that we're trying to move forward this session. And let me get the PO box before I forget.
Yes.
So TIFA's PO box is 300-220 in Austin, Texas 78703-0004. Again, PO box 300-220 Austin, Texas 78703-004. And then just want to remind everyone, we still do have our chapter meetings. We have a meeting in Austin on the 4th Wednesday at St. Episcopal Church, Bryan College Station, 3rd Tuesday at 6:30. Dallas, we have one, Goliad and Tri-City, and then we have 2 virtual options for Houston. So just want to encourage everyone, don't wait until the session. We always need support, and we really need to build community all the time, right? Because we know what we need. And in order for us to get ahead of, not just during legislative session, but get ahead of the good and bad things that transpire, it's important that we have one collective voice. And it's hard to do that when we're working and moving in silos. So it's always helpful when we are able to come together, show support as a family that we are, honestly. Yeah, and then I just wanted to say, regarding Allred, because my brother's there, right? The news article came out, I think the six individuals that passed away, that's happened since the 17th, not since the 1st. So just
the 17th.
Yeah, just in the last few weeks. And as a result of that, they put out about that contraband policy, right, where they would do the 15-day suspension for any contraband or drug-related incidents starting February the 1st. There was an bulletin on the tablet, right?
And I've got it.
It's essentially a rolling lockdown, right? And I feel like they're trying to encourage people to kind of self-police.
They're snitching.
Yeah.
That's what they're telling me. They're snitching.
Yeah. So the see something, say something thing, right?
However, it's affecting everyone.
It is. But when you look at it, it's affecting everyone anyway, because
it is, but the way that a few of my friends are looking at it, it's like, wait a minute, he's the one that is doing it. Mm-hmm. Why is this whole section being locked down?
Well, it's the same thing out here in our communities, right? When it's a high crime, high police, we're all impacted by what's happening in our area, whether it's increased police presence, right, or increased crime. So it's the same thing. Not saying I agree with it, but at some point, we have to have an accountability mechanism. Not encouraging anyone to tattle or tell.
No.
But we have to be the drivers of change in our community.
We
and
do.
Where we live.
But when everything is electronic and they're taking up tablets,
mm-hmm.
and I mean, if all of your family photos are on the tablets, if everything, communication, everything is through that, if they take that away, I mean, what's going to end up happening is people are going to start fighting.
They're going to start, and that was the conversation I had with my brother. Honestly, it is more likely going to be at more violence than not, right? Because in talking about that, so they're going to limit tablet access, no phone access, no visitation, and then the nutritious meals will be eaten in the house. Nutritious meals in the housing area, right? And I say that, not with sarcasm, but, just understanding that, I don't agree with what's happening, but understanding that when 6 people have passed away in 2 weeks, we can expect that some things are going to change. Not saying I agree with this, but something has to change, right? We can't keep losing people, right, without some type of action. So,
and actually, I thought it was 7 when I counted today on the.
Well, I think it's more than that now. From what I heard, but it was the 6 people in the report, 6 or 7 since January 17th.
Well, Savannah, we got to wrap it up, but you're going to stick around, right?
Yeah, we'll be here.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Savannah, and of course, Pasquale's right here. All right, so now we're going to head on over to Abe. Hey, Abe.
Well, greetings, everybody, and glad to be with you tonight. I want to apologize in advance. I've been dealing with a bit of a lung infection, so if I cough a little bit, just bear with me. Hopefully I'll be able to make it through. Great to be with you, and sorry that we were together again, Dani, on Wednesday at the prison show, standing vigil outside the prison when they killed Stephen Nelson there in Texas. So it's always just an honor to be standing with you in that awful place. Obviously, I was there virtually and not in person, but it was a pretty big crowd out there, more than usual, and I think that's notable. But the first execution in Texas this year,
Yes.
and the second in the country, and here we are in the first week of African American History Month, and of course the first 3 executions of the year are all black men. A week ago tonight, they killed Marion Bowman in South Carolina, a man with a strong innocence claim, couldn't get the courts to look at it. Stephen Nelson had a number of constitutional issues that should have been looked, couldn't get the courts to look at it. And then just last night in Alabama, they executed the first prisoner from Michigan to be executed in the history of that state. Now, what am I talking about there? Somebody mentioned Michigan a little bit earlier, and I did a lot of work on this case because basically Demetrius Frazier was sentenced to death. It was sentenced to life in Michigan for a murder he committed there. And then he confessed to a murder that he did in Alabama. They sent him down to Alabama. This is in the 1990s, where he was sentenced to death. And then they transferred him back into Michigan. Now, in 2011, the then governor of Michigan and Alabama got together and decided to transfer him. And that's how he came back to be back in Alabama. And the argument that was being made by Demetrius and his lawyers was that the governor of Michigan has the power to request her prisoner back because he was first Michigan's prisoner, and they could have extradited him to Alabama. Now, why would she want to do that? Because Michigan has a storied history as being against the death penalty. One of the first legislative acts in the history of Michigan in 1846, they passed a bill to abolish the death penalty because they had seen the abuses of the death penalty, and they had seen an innocent, a still alive victim for whom somebody had been hung, walks back into town, and they realized they had executed an innocent person, and that's why they did that. They passed the legislation in 1846, and then it took effect on March 1st, 1847. And then in 1963, during a constitutional convention, they actually constitutionally prohibited the death penalty in the Michigan state constitution. And all that Governor Whitmer had to do was just say, yes, we want the prisoner back, and then the lawyers could have sued and pursued their lawsuit and may have possibly won. And instead, Governor Whitmer stood by while Demetrius Frazier became the first prisoner in Michigan's history to be executed, even though it was in a different state. And also, he was, of course, the first black man executed using gas suffocation execution method. So we have, that just happened just last night. There is some good news, though, not related to that. I'm moving on. In North Carolina today, there was a big victory. A county judge found that racism was pervasive, and not just in on a particular case. One of the men that had been on death row and was commuted from his death sentence by Governor Cooper on his way out of office on January 1st. This is a big victory for in North Carolina. They have a Racial Justice Act, meaning you can use the evidence of racism in your conviction as something to challenge your conviction. So that's a victory, and they'll be able to use that same argument in other cases. Apparently, there were, I think, 11 people sentenced to death out of that county that all had real questions of racism used in their conviction. So there's that. Let's see. I'm going to move on now to the federal death penalty, which is reared its ugly head very soon in the new administration. Of course, we know, and I mentioned this, I think, last time I was with you all, that one of the very first things that Donald Trump did upon taking office was sign an executive order to restore the federal death penalty. Not that it had ever gone away. All that really happened was that there was a halt on executions during the Biden administration, but now President Trump wants to expand it. He's actually made a number of things that have been controversial, which have now been exacerbated because on Wednesday night, Pam Bondi became the new Attorney General, and one of the first things that she did was issue a memo on what they're going to do about the federal death penalty. And of note, she thinks that she'll be able to retry the 37 people whose death sentences were commuted. Of course, they can't, but they're talking about that. They want to have them tried again at the state level in the states where the crimes were committed. As long as the rule of law and the United States Constitution are upheld, which is a big question these days, but as long as that's true, then they should not be able to do that. They also, and I want to make sure everybody's clear on this, there's also another part of that, of Donald Trump's executive order, is to make it so that the death penalty can be used for illegal aliens. And there's a caveat there. It's illegal aliens who have committed capital crimes. We're not talking about sentencing to death people who happen to be here illegally. But, and that's why it's ridiculous and it's all bluster, because those people, anybody who commits a capital crime, no matter where you are from, you're eligible for the death penalty. But they just, because of the big anti-immigrant sentiments from this current administration, of course, they're saying that just because it riles up their crowd. Another thing that Pam Bondi said she wants to do is have a victim forum with the victim families of those 37 prisoners whose sentences were commuted to, force them to relive their pain and tell us why it's terrible that they're not going to execute the people. And just today, you can see in Newsweek an op-ed that we responded, our board chair, Reverend Sharon Risher, whose mother was killed in the Charleston church shooting and who was ignored by President Biden. He did not take the killer of her loved ones off of federal death row. That's Dylan Roof, the white supremacist. She posted wrote and was published today an op-ed talking about how the death penalty actually prolongs the pain for victim families, doesn't do anything for their healing, and why that's actually why they should get rid of the death penalty. So those are some of the things. Now, what we've done, it's not even up on our webpage yet, but you can find it at bit.ly/, Stop Trump Executions. We've launched a pledge for people to say that they stand opposed to the death penalty, and I think I put a link to that on the Facebook page, so you have that. Executions coming up next week on Thursday. We have two in the same evening. First, James Ford in Florida, and then Richard Tabler in Texas at 6 p.m. Eastern Time in Florida, and then 6 p.m. Central Time. And then in Texas with Richard Tabler, and a shout out to you, Richard Tabler, if you can hear us, as well, of course, as David Wood and Moises Mendoza, and of course Rodney Reed and Melissa Lucio, our friends. So I want to make sure to shout out to you all. But just today we have a new date in South Carolina. Brad Sigmund, who has had this his fourth execution date, but it's likely that this one is going to happen. And also in South Carolina, you get to pick. You don't get to pick. You must pick between electrocution, lethal injection, and firing squad. And that is what we believe, based on prior conversations, that Brad Sigmund is probably going to choose firing squad, which will make it the first firing squad execution in South Carolina and the first one in the country since 2011 in Utah with Ronnie A. Gardner. So we'll be watching that case, and that is 4 weeks from tonight. Of course, earlier this week in Oklahoma, they had a clemency hearing for Wendell Grissom, the next person scheduled to be killed there, and of course denied him clemency. So let's see. I think that's all I got left to talk to you about is the legislation that's coming up, and I'll just quickly run down what I know of so far, which is in Connecticut. Actually, there'll be a hearing on a bill in Connecticut this Monday morning. It's actually a bill to prohibit the export of drugs or equipment from Connecticut for use in executions anywhere. And this is interesting because all of the federal executions that were carried out in the first Trump administration were done using pentobarbital made by a company called Absolute Standards, a Connecticut corporation. The mask that is used for the gas suffocation executions in Alabama is made by Allegro Industries, which is in South Carolina, but it's owned by Walter Surface Technologies, which is in Connecticut. So we have some legislation going to try to prohibit those corporations from profiting from executions. In Indiana, there's an actual abolition bill sponsored by conservatives. We'll see where that goes. In Ohio, there's an abolition bill. We're going to see where it goes. Also in Ohio, a bill to bring in gas suffocation as a method of execution. In Idaho, they're fast-tracking a bill to make firing squad the primary method of execution. Right now, it's a backup to lethal injection, but they keep having trouble doing lethal injections because of the challenges, so they're going to try to make it so that it's firing squad, and that'll be that. And in Kentucky, there's a bill that should and would, if passed, offer compensation to people who are wrongly convicted and sent to death row. So we'll see where all that goes. And with that, it looks like my time is running down. I'll let you all know that you can reach Death Penalty Action at P.O. Box 89 in Ghent, G-H-E-N-T, New York, 12075. That's, again, P.O. Box 89, Ghent, G-H-E-N-T, New York, 12075. And again, I want to say thanks to Savannah and Dani and David and Maggie, and especially my friend Maggie, who was a huge champion for us during the campaign for Melissa Lucio, and we're all continuing to wait for that day, which is any day now. God knows why, because I sure don't, why the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals continues to sit on an order vacating Melissa's conviction, signed by the current Cameron County prosecutor and by the judge who sentenced Melissa Lucio to death. That order is sitting and has been now for months in the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, and why they are forcing this innocent woman who never committed a crime that should end up on death row to continue to sit there. Almost we're coming up on 3 years from the date she was almost executed, and it's ridiculous that she is still in prison. So Melissa Lucio, shout out to you. Shout out to all the women in Gatesville. Shout out to everybody on death row in Livingston. Hang in there. And amazing. I made it through without a single cough. So hallelujah. And, make it a great night.
Thanks, Abe.
Y'all take care.
You too, Abe. And in case anyone wants the information, every Wednesday at 9 a.m., the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals gives out their orders for the week. So we wait patiently for Melissa Lucio and anyone waiting on a order from the CCA. It's every Wednesday at 9 a.m. And I'm waiting for David to...
Help us, Jesus. Help to keep us away from all this hate, and especially all these demons, from hidden things in secret. You put hearts back to pieces, put a smile on our faces, because Jesus is the reason I preach the word with season. In and out of season, no dishonesty and treason. I got faith to keep believing. I'm blessed because I'm breathing, extraordinary living, baptism of repentance. My soul's in deliverance, my soul's been forgiven. So every day I wake up, gotta thank God. And even when it's hard, I'ma thank the Lord. And I'ma be like Job and I'ma pray hard. Stay true to what I do and never be a fraud. These hypocrites are having fits, but I'm not buying it because my walk with Christ is passion. Kingdom talk walk is what I represent. Mercy music, you better repent. You pick us up, you clean us up, you make us tough with your diamonds in the rough. A righteous man to fall, but get back up. And y'all can miss me with that fake religious stuff. You clean us up, you pick us up, you make us tough with your diamonds in the rough. A righteous man to fall, but get back up, get back up. Y'all can miss me with that fake religious stuff. I asked God for grace when my mama died. Thought I'd lose my mind, didn't know how to survive. Grace and mercy, you helped me when my soul was thirsty. You cleaned me up when I was dirty. My relationship with you is personal. You gave me the gift of the Holy Ghost to glow. Original, general, anointed flow. Supernatural, you love your children. A relationship is what you building. Thanks a million. Grace for grace, the love of God in Jesus' face. Unmerited grace, up on the cross you took my place. You keep me safe. You help me with the trials I face. When the enemy rise up where I hate, I'm in your secret place. You pick me up, you clean us up, you make us tough with your diamonds in the rough. A righteous man to fall, but get back up. And y'all can miss me with that fake religious stuff. How you gon' tell me that my gift ain't enough? He cleaned me up, I'm his diamond in the rough. I ain't come to bring peace, I came to bring a sword. The breath of the Almighty's giving me life, so I'ma praise him for it. I put my thoughts on paper, this is kingdom flavor. He changed my behavior, gave me his divine nature. You my Lord and Savior, grace beyond measure. And now I got the power when I'm under pressure to put away temptation from this hatred I'm facing. Where the love at? It ain't in this congregation. So now I got to find God's people. The spirit has no color, we are all equal. Grace for grace, the love of God in Jesus' face. Unmerited grace, up on the cross you took my place. You keep me safe, you help me with the trials I face. When the enemy rise up with hate, I'm in your secret place. A righteous man fall, but get back up. If y'all children of God in there and y'all fall, man, just get back up. God got you and make you strong.
You're listening to KPFT Houston. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Team. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped to represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas, obtain parole, and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. More information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, can be found on their website at parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Now it's on. Okay. Let's go to Waxahachie on line 2. I hope I didn't slaughter your name too bad. Hello? Maybe I did. Waxahachie?
Waxahachie, like the town. It's her nickname. She's been on hold. I don't know if she hung up or not. Linda told him to hang on. But I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's put her back on hold and go to somebody else.
Okay, let's go to Jackie on line 3. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Hanging in there. Thanks for asking. All right. So this message is for Rodney Reed at the Plus unit. Hey, Rodney, it's Kiki. Just calling in to say hi. I hope you are doing okay and staying warm. I miss you and I love you. I'm doing okay. Just got back from the gym. Rhonda gave birth to 4 kitties as soon as I got home.
Aww.
No white ones this time, though, but that's okay. Anyways, just wanted to call in, say good night to you, let you know I am thinking of you. I hope you have a good night and weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, everyone. I hope you all have a great weekend as well.
Thank you, Jackie. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye.
Okay, do we want to try her again? Oh, guess not. All right, let's go to Captain Tom on line 4. Hey, Captain Tom.
Hey, Janet. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better. Thank you, Dani. Let me get to my shout-outs. Okay, this is Leroy, John Armstrong, J.B. Anderson, Clarence Lee Bowman, Pete Sines, George Johnson, John R. Green, Stephen Young, Terrence Carmichael, Mike Dean, Robert Brown, Samuel V. Harris.
Oh, Captain Tom got hung up on. All right, let's go to Shanette on line 5. Oh.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Well, I just want to give a shout out to all my brothers. I just look at them as all my brothers. I am a podcast host coming out of California, and I talk about injustice, wrongful conviction, and so far I had talked to some men from the great state of Texas, and I just wanted to send them some love on this evening and let them know that I'm thinking about them. Cornell, Jackie Drummond from Dominguez. I want to shout out Mr. James Legate out of McCormick unit. I want to shout out James Earl from McCormick. Also, I want to shout out all the men at the Dominguez unit. John Rogers out of McConnelly unit. You guys, I'm thinking about you, and keep your head up, stay strong. And I'm here whenever you guys need to talk. Mr. Legate, if you're listening, give me a call. I haven't heard from you. I'm just thinking about you, want to know what's going on with you. Mr. Earl Bryant, reach out to me. I love you guys. Stay blessed. And you guys have a blessed weekend, and thank you for taking my call.
Well, thank you for calling, Jeanette, and we hope to hear from you again soon. All right, now we have Annalisa.
Hello everyone, it's Annalisa. I hope you are all well. This is my message for my friend. Hello Isidro. Hi my dear friend. I hope you are doing well. Hope you have had a good week. I posted my letter and I hope it arrives soon. I look forward to seeing the drawings that you are doing. I'm well, just got a bit of a cold, but all is good here. It's raining. I hope it's not too cold over there. I send you my warmest wishes and big hugs. Take care, my friend. Stay well. Stay positive. Take care. Bye everyone. Take care.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Annalisa. All right. Now let's get to Captain Tom because hey, Captain Tom.
Dani, we got mysteriously disconnected, but that's all right. I'm about to go do my promo. Okay, you're listening to KPFT Houston. I'm Captain Tom. You can donate to KPFT by going to kpft.org or call 713-526-5738. and press option number 1, or you can text the word GIVE to 713-526-5738. Our upcoming fund drive starts at February the 20th and goes to March the 9th. So you donate to the Prison Show or your favorite program on KPFT. I'm Captain Tom. We'll go live next week right here over the phone at KPFT. Catch y'all.
Oh.
Oops.
Quick draw there.
Yeah, I didn't do that one.
Okay, let's go to Ariana. Hi, Ariana.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I've had better days.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you're live on the air, so go ahead with your shout out.
I want to give my shout out to Alvaro. He's at the holiday unit. I just wanted to let him know that everything's okay at home. Work went good. I haven't heard from you today, but hopefully they let me see you tomorrow when I go visit you. I miss you like crazy, and I'm being strong for us, and I hope you're being strong in there too. And I just want to let you know that I love you so much, and I hopefully we get to see each other tomorrow.
Well, thank you very much. I hope you get to see him too.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right, now we have Ave Maria.
Good evening, everybody. This is again Eva Maria from Germany. I would like to greet not just my pen friend, Rodolfo Medrano, but also, as always, all those of you who don't have many friends or family outside prison and who maybe feel isolated. And I would like to say, and I repeat myself, I know, I think you are not forgotten, because there are always people thinking about you and praying for you. And I think everyone has something indestructible inside him or inside her. And no matter how painful things are or how lonely you may feel, don't forget there is this indestructible space in you. There is this space of dignity and of wholeness. And even if you are attacked from outside, don't forget this inner space or this inner light inside you. Have a good evening, have a nice weekend, and all the best for you. God bless you. Eva Maria.
All right, and now we have Michelle on line 1. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Pretty good, thank you.
Go ahead. You are live on the air, so you can do your shout out.
I just wanted to give a shout out to my husband, Jesus, and Building 4 in Palunsky Unit, EPOD. Just to let him know that I love him, I miss him, and hopefully he'll be home soon.
All right. Well, anything else? You want to tell him anything else?
Hopefully he makes parole and he is home soon. I mean, it can't rain forever, so hopefully he makes parole.
That's a good way to look at it. A very good way to look at it. Well, I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope to hear from you again next week.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, now we have Jerry.
Le mando amor a José Álvarez, alias el fantasma en el All-Red Unit. Te amo y te dedico este salmo. Diré del Padre, Él es mi fortaleza y refugio, en Él confío. De parte de tu bombón, pa' que no haya confusión. Buenas noches y sueña con los angelitos celestiales.
That sounded so beautiful. have no idea what she said, but it sounded so beautiful. All right, now we have Noah on line 2. Hi, Noah.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Sure can, and you are live on the air.
Oh, that's good. All right. Well, thanks for having me. Today I wanted to pass a message to Polonsky 12 building. Hold on. Can we cuss?
No.
Damn. All right. My
No.
bad.
Girl, I know. I
That's
understand.
true. To y'all who knew and love Zilla, we appreciate your support. I just wanted to say that, like, we felt your energy Wednesday. We really did. I want y'all to keep your head high. There is no place for the weak in this building. So it's your duty. Debo, if you hear me, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being with him in his last hours. It meant so much to him. He kept telling me, like, Debo replied. So thank you. Our family motto is, we don't trip, we don't fall. So I hope you tag along, brother. Thank you, grand frère. Mo, Scrappy, keep your head up as well. There's no need to look at the floor if you ain't cleaning it. You feel me? I know it's hard for you, but you gotta stay strong. And if it's not for you, it's for the people who love you. I found your magazine yesterday. It's coming home with us, so I can't wait to read more about Miley Cyrus. Purple, thank you for everything. I'll always remember how you prevented me to bust a kiss in my face. So you sure can be long-winded, but we love you still. Big time. I mean, I can't thank you enough. You provided him comfort, you provided me comfort, and that's what you do. So we're very grateful and we appreciate you. Rob and Loki, I know Loki is not at Polonsky anymore, but thank you and thank their team for the help and the support. And to y'all, gossip, you're lucky I can't cuss. But, you know, you can do better than that. Maybe not. Don't matter. We're staying haters free, baby. So on that note, well, pardon my French and have a good night and peace out.
Thank you, Noah. We love you. All right. Now we have Gloria.
Hello, Prison Show. This is Gloria Rubeck calling. I want to give my condolences to all of the friends of Stephen Nelson. I'm still exhausted from the experience Wednesday night of the death house. I'm glad that his wife, Noah, and his spiritual advisor did come down and talk to everybody after the execution. Want to give a shout out to Spider, Mijo, te quiero mucho, be good. Erica Shepard, girl, I can't believe I missed your phone call. If I don't answer my phone, call me back in 5 minutes or something. Half the time I can't find my doggone phone in time to pick it up. And hello to all of the women on death row. I'm so glad that even though you can't hear us in the moment, you can eventually hear us on your tablets. So that's a cool thing. And I guess that, well, let me say hello to Nanan. At the Ramsey unit, I'm going to be picking up Franz next Thursday, the 13th, when he flies in, and we're actually going to go from the airport to Huntsville to protest the execution next Thursday of Richard Tabler. And then I will drive him home to the Airbnb that he has rented for his stay here. I told him he was going to be tired after a, 10-hour flight.
Was that cut off?
Yeah, it was her voice message. She quit it. So
Oh, okay.
I didn't do it.
It wasn't you.
Wasn't me. I promise. Yeah.
And I can hear Linda, wasn't me?
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't her fingers this time.
All right. Now we have Caitlin.
Hi, this is a shout out for Bethel Garza in Plunskey. Hey boo, how are you? I hope that you're in good health, spirits, staying safe, and that there is a smile on your handsome face. As here, for me, everything is good. Yeah, at the moment, I'm in work again this week. Yeah, so I'm working. I'm going to be working pretty much crazy hours over the next few days anyway. But hey, well, go with the flow, have to. Other than that, yeah, everything is good. Buddy is doing good. Daytona is doing good. And yeah, I hope that you're keeping well. The weather here is not too bad. It's still kind of chilly, but it's not too bad. At least there's no more kind of crazy storms. Anyway, at the moment, yeah, so that's about it. I also want to say good night, sweet dreams, and know that I'm sending you big hugs and kisses, and please stay safe. And I also want to say a big shout out to Eric, Mark, Blaine, Will, Debo, Moy, and Rudy. Hope you all are doing good. And to everybody at the Prison Show, a big, big thank you for making this happen.
I love her. I love when she calls. All right. Now we have Carmela on line 6. Hey, Carmela.
Oh. Can you hear me?
Sure can.
Okay, thank you. You guys must be really busy because I had to call in about 3 or 4 times because the options kept disconnecting. Anyway, I'm thankful to be on the air, and I have 2 shout outs. I forget where Marcus Mullins is. I'm sorry, I just forget where he is. But anyway, hello, Marcus. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying cool in this heat wave. I hope things are going forward for you. And just wanted to let you know that you're not forgotten, that you are thought about, and loved. Keep putting each foot forward and do what you need to do to get out as fast as you can, and just know you're loved. My second shout out is for my nephew Bradley Aiken at the Beto unit. Hello, Brad. This is Carmela. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're staying warm. Well, cool now, although we're supposed to get a cool front starting Sunday, I think. But you know how February is in Texas. So, anyway, I hope you're doing well and things are progressing for you. You've made it a year. Keep going. And you just take care. Stay cool while you can. And just keep your head up and your ears alert. And just know you're loved. I love you very much. You take care and have a blessed week and full of lots of love. Thank you, Prison Show. Thank you for all you do. Traveling Grace home, and have a blessed week.
Thank you. You too. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. Now we have Lydia.
Hi there, Dani. Hi, Dani.
Hi, Lydia. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm wide awake tonight.
Oh, good. Good.
Okay, that's a good thing. Beto tells me, Mom, if you're sleepy, don't call, Mom. I said, okay, but I always like to call. And just give support to the guys. And I just want to tell my son how much I love him and I miss him. And I'm not forgetting Valentine's Day. Wishing everybody a happy Valentine's Day.
That's a good reminder, Lydia. Everyone, remember Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up. Although they already have St. Patrick's at the Dollar Tree. They have her. I said, my goodness, it's not even Valentine's Day yet, but they have a bunch of stuff for St. Patrick's. But anyway, I hope your team wins this weekend and you enjoy the, what is it called? Super Bowl.
What is
Enjoy the game. And I'm glad that Tia Rosa is on that phone list finally. I wanted to tell you all, Dani, that I had been, I registered 2 of my sisters this last week. And actually, one of them was on like the next day for the phone thingy. And that was surprising. And one of my sisters that we had never been able to register her finally got on the phone list. Thank goodness. But that is something that, I know that Beto likes to call all of his aunts.
Absolutely.
But anyway, yes. But we had so much trouble registering one of my sisters, especially the ones with 2 names, like a middle name. Those are the ones we were having trouble with. But finally, we got her registered.
I'm still having problems with mine because I'm hyphenated, and for some reason they're not liking that very much.
No, but ever since this thing has been going on, I tried registering one of my sisters, but just trouble and never go through. But this time it went through. I was very happy that finally I got her on. But it's a beautiful night. It's nice and cool. Then it gets warm, and then it gets cool. But we're having beautiful weather here this last week and this coming week, and it'll just be a nice weekend. And we'll all enjoy the day for the Super Bowl. But call me tomorrow, Papi. I love you and miss you. You take care. And I'll be checking that site to see when they open it up again so we can buy some goodies. Okay? Love you. Give me a buzz tomorrow. And good night to everyone. Saludos to all the guys. You know who you are. And I hope you started receiving all those catalogs that I registered to you guys for. Okay?
That's awesome. That's
Okay.
awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I always get to register all the guys for all these sites so that they can buy things. Yeah. But anyway, you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week. Good night.
Good night. All right, now Leslie on line 1.
Hey. Hello, everybody at the prison show.
Hello.
Long time. Hello. Can you hear me?
No.
Yes, you can.
I know. Yeah, I can.
Anyways, hello, my prison people. I'm back in Texas. It's hotter than a...
Don't say it. Don't say it.
No more Carhartts, huh?
It's hot. It's hotter than a... Yeah, it's hot. It's the humidity is horrible. Anyways, I'm glad to be back in Texas, although the change of scenery was nice, but I'm kind of glad I'm back in Texas. Hi, Savannah. Hi, Pasquale. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Anyways, I'll be closer to the prison show a little bit because I'm moving to Conroe. So, anyways, I wanted to say hi, Sugar Pom Pom. He was a little grumpy today, because he works all night and he goes to school. But I think we just need to pray for him. We're getting ready to start his parole packet and letters. So, Dani, I mean, I just got chewed out today, you know.
Why?
Because I'm a procrastinator, as he says.
Are you?
Anyway,
Yeah.
no, I'm not. I am not I'm not.
She is not, but he needs to be happy. There's someone in his corner, so.
Yeah, and he got a great nickname like Sugar Pom Pom.
I know.
I know.
You can't beat that.
No.
Yes.
I bet everybody in his dorm calls him Sugar Pom Pom.
I mean, that's my name. I don't really like using his legal name because, you know, I'm on this other site, and it's the TDCJ Prison Wives, and man, I'm like, what the? So much drama, grown women. Come on, man. You know, just come on.
I know.
Grown women, and honestly, I had to say this. You know, I'm not for domestic violence at all. Okay, and I'm always going to speak up for women that are. I was in that situation, but I'm always going to speak up for women that are in denial, and not in denial, but are playing the victim role. Okay, and it's not okay for a man to put his hands on you, and it's not okay to keep the cycle going on, and it's definitely not okay when you do it in front of your children. Okay, I just had to say that right here, and I'm not trying to be ugly or anything, but I was very irritated because I'm like, this girl is. I don't know her, and I don't know her, but it was my calling because I was a victim of domestic violence. And it was my calling to sit there and say, hey, you know, it's not right. Quit making excuses, because if he does it once, he's going to do it again, and it's just a repetitive cycle unless he finds Jesus. But I just had to say that out here. Anyways, Sugar Pom Pom, I know you're exhausted, and just know that I love you dearly. I'm doing the best that I can out here with the situation that I'm in. Anyways, I will be there to see you on, when is it, next week, Dani? Yeah, next week. And, yeah. Anyways, I'm glad to be back in Texas. I miss all of my prison people. Pasquale and Savannah, I told my Sugar Pom Pom you guys were going to write to him.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
And
we got the information.
David, where's Linda? I don't see Linda.
She's over here.
I can't see her. I need to see Miss Linda.
My hat's too big. Linda had a phone on her a while ago, but the Wi-Fi wasn't working because the Wi-Fi's in the other room.
Oh, okay.
So hey, at least we're trying. We're making a little bit of progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, it was really good to say hello to everybody.
When you coming down? You moving to Conroe?
Mm-hmm.
What, am I going to have to swing that Harley back by there and you jump on the back or what?
Yeah.
She's going to be living right up the road from me.
So you can swing by there. She don't have to get on the Harley.
No. Unless she wants to get on the Harley, then she jump on.
I will if I got a helmet and a safe driver.
Well, I'm a safe driver, but you talk to Dee Dee and see if you can use her helmet.
Okay.
That's her seat back there. You got to get her permission anyway.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, anyways, I love y'all. Pasquale and Savannah and David and Linda and Dani. Y'all just keep us in prayer, please. Me too, because I'm really struggling here. But I'm going to be okay.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
All right. I love y'all. Thank you so much
Love you.
for what y'all do. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Now we have Kalyango.
Hello to everyone on the Prison Show. My name is Kalyango Ali. I'm a death penalty activist from Uganda since 2011. I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for the great work you're doing in supporting the death row inmates, most especially the death row angels. I want to send my shout out to my brother Franklin Davis, beautiful mom Linda, Madame Dan, David, Abraham Bonowit, and others. Today it's a sad day because of the execution which is going to take place in South Carolina. I'm still continuing praying for the death row inmate who is going to be executed so that he can get a stay. Much love from Uganda. Thank you for giving us this opportunity of sending shout-outs to our loved ones. May God bless you all.
He is so sweet.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
He sent that through my WhatsApp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, he was trying to do the phone, and he was trying to leave it on Messenger, and it just wasn't quite working right. But he can leave a message on WhatsApp, and then all I got to do is download it anyway. So
You see, Linda and I are now part of the Houston Peace and Justice Center board.
Yeah.
And they use WhatsApp and for group messaging, and there's like 3 different ones. So Linda and I are getting text messages, emails, WhatsApps, Messenger, and and you know, I'm at work and I'm getting my messages there too, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, it sounds like where I work at, I don't know if I'm going to get an email, a text, or a group me. And you got to monitor all of them all day long.
A what me?
Group me.
It's
not.
okay.
It's kind of like Yahoo Messenger or Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. I mean, it's just a message service, but you can call people on it too.
Okay. We don't have that where I work.
No, it's group me.
Oh, Linda
says, "Is it grope me?" She's wishful thinking over there.
I see you behind David. I see you. look at her. She's laughing.
Yeah, she's blushing.
All right. Now we
I don't know how to pronounce her name.
I'm going to go with, how do you think?
Lou?
Lau?
Lau? Okay.
Lau.
Well, we'll do that one.
Okay. Let's do that.
Hello, I want to give a shout out to all the people that has a birthday in the month of February. Happy birthday to everyone, and I'm going to sing you the birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear loved one. Happy birthday to you. Hola, quiero mandar un saludo a todas aquellas personas que están cumpliendo años en el mes de febrero y te voy a cantar las mañanitas. Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David a los muchachos bonitos. Te las cantamos aquí. Despierta, mi bien, despierta. Mira que ya amaneció y a los pajarillos cantan. La luna ya se metió. I want to tell everyone that you guys are loved. I want to tell everyone that I'm praying for you every single day, that you are not alone, and that God loves you and God has a purpose for your life. God bless you guys. Love you.
She's so sweet. And that was awesome. She's singing. All right. Now we have Mike. Maybe Mike's going to sing.
Maybe not.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike doing his shout-outs for the prison show. Here's my shout-outs to Guys of Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cuppett, Stephen Russell, Stephen McGee, Shout out for Philip Perez. Shout out for Jovan, Matt, Thomas, Edward Reeves, Adam Wilkerson. Shout out for Haas. Tasha wants me to do a shout out for Payday. Shout out for Oz. Shout out for Keith Money. Shout out for Aaron Vasquez. Shout out for Curtis Robertson. Shout out for Blaine Milam. Shout out for Bill R. Sims. Special shout out for Clarence Bowman. Hopefully you're doing much better. And a shout out for Raymond Lee Cart. You can continue to write in care of David Collingsworth to Mysterious Mike for the prison show, and I'll answer some letters. And also have a happy Super Bowl weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl was named after the Super Bowl, Whammo's Super Bowl. Lamar Hunt, who owned the Dallas Texans, later the Kansas City Chiefs, saw his daughter playing with the Whammo Super Bowl, said it would be a good name for the NFL championship game, the Super Bowl. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and adios. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Okay, and if you want to write to Mysterious Mike or Linda or I or David or anyone here at the Prison Show, you can write to us at David's care of, or the Prison Show care of David, at 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, Texas, 77371.
They don't even have to put care of David, because I filled out a thing with the post office to make sure if it just says the Prison Show, it'll get there.
Oh, cool.
So, and then I would like to reiterate, I know we've said this before, guys, just write us. If some of those apps, I do answer, because some of them are just text, which is pretty cool, even though it costs a quarter a text. But whenever you call my phone, a lot of times I'm at work, and my phone will be going off, and I don't know who the heck it is. And I've never really even accepted a collect call on my cell phone. Some people say you can, but I don't know, man. So just go ahead and write us. So it's a lot better anyway.
It is a lot better. And also I know Lynn and I mostly have e-messaging through Securus.
But there's like 2 or 3 of them, though. Get Out, and I don't know how many. I heard from Travis Fletcher earlier today. So, shout out to Travis.
Yeah, hey Travis.
He said he hadn't hooked up with you or Linda, or I don't know. He had a list of names, and he said he really appreciated whenever we shout out to him, and that we actually think about him. So, it's important.
Absolutely, we think about each and every one of you, and where was
Travis
that?
Fletcher. Linda's asking what
he's
his name
in
is.
Florida, right?
Fort Myers, Florida. It's called Lee County.
Okay.
I was reading some of his stuff. I don't want to put all his business out there, but he's been locked up quite a while. So it gets to you. So keep your head up, brother. Don't let it get to you too bad. All of y'all out there, you can hear us. And, I was telling Meg earlier, there's like 300 and some odd people that have tuned in that Maricopa County. The one we were laughing at the other day. Not really laughing at them, but laughing because of the way the sheriff is.
Right.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people tuning in out there. And there's some other places. There's a prison in North Dakota that's over 200 people that are tuning in. So we're gaining.
In North Dakota, they're cold. They're cold. I know Leslie was up there, and it was
it's cold up there. But y'all, wherever you're at, let your loved ones know they can call us at 713-526-5738, option number 2, for a shout out at after 9:45 on Friday night Central Time. And then during the week, if they want to leave a message, did you get on Facebook Messenger and just leave a voice message? Or if you want to record something, one lady sent me a video, and you can send it to david@theprisonshow.net, and I'll make sure that you get it. So.
Okay, now we have Jamie. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, how are y'all?
Doing good. How are you?
All right. I ain't been on here in a long time, in a little while already. My husband got out, but my son's still in there, so I wanted to do a shout out to my son Joseph. and tell him that I love him, miss him, and I'll see you, soon, son. You got about 4 months. I can't wait. I've been trying to set up. I don't know. They screwed me all over because I changed my name, so the visitation is all screwed up again. So I love you. I'm thinking about you. I sent you some money, sent a little JPay. So I love you. Keep your head up, and we'll see you soon, son. Love you. Thank you, Prison Show. You're awesome.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Likewise. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So earlier, one of the Facebook pages posted a blog from Guard to Wife, My Journey in the Shadows of the Justice System. And it's a blog spot, and I read a little bit about it, but definitely tell your people, or if you're listening and you can, check it out. From Guard to Wife, My Journey in the Shadows of the Justice System. So definitely check that out. I know we had a lot of news this week, but first, I think we need to get to Linda.
Okay. Okay, here I go. First, I want to say a special hello to Raymond Becerra at the Estelle unit. Got your letter today, and I've already sent it to Stephen Russell. I see him all the time, so he's doing great, but I'm going to write you a message about him when I get home tonight. Jeremiah Rodriguez, Federal Correctional Institute in Beaumont, Texas. Tyler Adams in Monticello, Utah. Robert Robertson, Robert Satterfield, Robert Solis, Lucky Ward, Ronald Haskell, Gary Green, Franklin Davis, Micah Brown, Jaime Cole, Blaine Milam, Paul DeVoe. Hey, Paul, I wanted to let you know it's not the 4th of July, but I had a good day anyway. Marcus Drury, Pete Russell, Will Spear, Carrie Allen, Britt Ripkowski, Christopher Turner, Larry Hatton, Bill Sims. Bill, I'm going to write you a letter. I'm going to give you a special letter from Dani and I. Iron Thunder Horse, David Wood, Walter Sarto, Gregory Allen at the Dieball Unit, Curtis Robertson. Hey, Curtis. Midget Titan, Paper Cup, Sugar Pom Pom. We've missed you, Sugar Pom Pom. Corey N.O., William Owen Sr., Stephen Curry, Charles Thompson, and Travis Fletcher. You guys have a great week, and we will see you again next Friday.
All right. Now, I have a few. One of my very best friends, Farron. Hey, Farron. And one of my oldest friends, Ryan Castey, down at the Stevenson unit. David Davis over at the Hughes unit. Taylor Parker, Robert Solis, Brett T. Hey, T. Big Head. Hey, Big Head. Great visit. Great visit. Blaine, I don't know, Philo, if you deserve a shout out, but hey. Kenneth Decker, Mayo, Rodrigo, Leroy, Joel White. Hey, Joel. Jay at the Win unit. Big old shout out. I'm waving my little pen at you. Mark Wayne, and of course, CJ. Now, do y'all have any shout outs? Savannah? You do? Oh, come on. Come on down.
Come on, you can come over here. Should I just sit in there?
No, you could. You want to do it?
You got to get up to the mic.
Mike.
And I just say like an inmate's name, right?
Just talk to them like they sitting there talking to you. They just can't talk back. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, for Candy Dominguez.
Here.
Get up to that mic.
Oh, it's for Candy Dominguez and Yulisa Proctor. Flocka, they call it Flocka, but I love y'all. So that's all I can say. I don't
And tell them your name.
Oh, it's Jules, and I love you guys. I just want to tell you that God is good, and I'm on the right path. Y'all, I love y'all.
She's something else. So I was telling her earlier that I was going to get off parole on the 16th, and I think she said she did yesterday. Wow. So, isn't that special?
That is special.
I want to give a shout
She's so
out
excited.
to my brother, Macho, and the All Red unit. Just tell him to hang in there. Want to give a shout out to my stepson, South Park. Hey, I haven't heard from you, so give me a call. Let me know you're okay. And I want to shout out everybody. Tomorrow, Pasquale is going to a memorial unit. So, so just want to let everybody know. Hope y'all get to fellowship with him in Charm Ministry. And we will be attending a marriage conference at the Polanski unit on the 22nd of this month with worthy people. So hope that we get to meet some new folks, and it's always good to have a fun time in the Lord. So God bless y'all.
That's exciting. You're going to the memorial unit.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Caravan's unit. Brother Hardy, keep your head up, bro. I've been praying for you. To the brothers on Win unit, I was there last week, me and Brother Trey 9. I want to tell all my brothers in the faith that's incarcerated to stay on your knees for the leaders in the body of Christ. Our brothers and sisters that labor in the Lord as leaders. Pray for us, man. I also want to give a shout out to Macho, Big Ike. I did time with him on Conley, he on All Red. I'm going to get with you soon, bro. I just been busy. I want to give a shout out to some of the brothers on Ramsey 1 unit that labor in the ministry when I was there. Y'all know who y'all are. I love y'all. I'm going to be doing the prison tour soon in June. And I'm going to Conley unit where I did 10 years. I think June the 14th. And I'm going to be doing the prison tour with Big Hurt. Yeah, from California. Some of y'all know him. He was on 7 song that Somebody Lied to Us. So God bless y'all. Y'all keep y'all head up. Listen to the prison show. We love you.
Did you want to give a shout out, Stephanie?
Oh, also, hold on, right quick. Y'all can write me at 395 Sawdust Road, Suite 2146, Woodland, Texas, 77380. Write me and my wife. You can Pasquale or James Pierson. Just write us, Mercy Music, and I'm gonna respond to y'all. I love y'all.
Okay, just say I love you to my husband Gary, and to my brother Ryan, and my cousin Mike D. Love y'all guys, and all the ladies at the hobby unit, and everybody in 12 building at Polanski.
All right.
Okay, now we have Freddie. Hey, Freddie.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm over here in San Antonio right now. Let me do a shout out to my brother James Dudley over there at the Wallace Pack, and everybody behind the steel curtain. Life is good, man. I'm working. Is David there?
Yep, sitting here listening to you.
All right, bud. I'm working already. Got me for a job. You want to hear that horn? I'm in my truck right now.
I'm ready.
I'm on a break. So
Been waiting on that.
Break. Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, I'm in my truck. I'm in San Antonio. I'm going to head to Alabama here in a little while.
How long it take you to get there?
It'll take about a day and a half.
Does that truck only go 65?
That's it.
Poor Freddie.
No more than that.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't fall asleep. At 65, kind of boring.
Oh, man, you can't fall asleep in these new trucks, man. They got all kind of people talking at you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the new cars do that, too. They make you take a coffee break.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
I was driving Dee Dee's car, and I wasn't thinking about it, and all of a sudden the dashboard says, time for a coffee break. I'm like, what? I need to get somewhere.
Yeah. This one got me on a 30-minute break right now, so I can't move for 30 minutes.
It won't even start, huh?
Yeah. No, it'll start, but I mean, if I move, my log will show that I moved, and I'll be in violation of DOT regulations and laws. And if whenever I put into a weight scale, they check my tablet. That's a fine for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the logbook got to show that I took a break because everything's recorded on the tablet. Every time I move, it records it.
Well, thank you, Freddie. We appreciate you calling, and make sure you stay put for a little while.
Oh, I am. All right, guys, man. This will be it for today. Later.
All right. Thank you, Freddie. All right. Well, like I was saying, it's been a week full of news. There was one thing that I noted, that one of the people that was incarcerated in Harris County was transferred to a facility in Louisiana, and he passed away. So, yeah. I did. Well, they're still searching for his family. He was only 29, and they have no idea why he died. So they're still searching for answers. And there was International Prisoners Justice Day, and Nelson Mandela, they posted a quote by him. "No one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones." And you know what? That just says it all right there, especially coming off the heels of this man who passed away in a Louisiana prison. The people who are dying at the Allred unit, or every unit across, it's everywhere. It definitely is everywhere at every unit. So, when I saw that, I was like, I'm doing that for the prison show. I'm taking that quote. So,
Nelson Mandela's got a lot of good quotes, don't he?
He does.
Yeah. And he was locked up for how long?
27 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, it's been a great show. Man, we had quite a few callers. Yep. So, guys, let your family know that we are accepting calls. After 9:45, they need to call 713-526-5738, option number 2. And then before that, during the week, if they want to leave a message on Facebook, there's a couple of those tonight. I'll download it and play it. Or they can just record it on their phone, take a video, whatever, if they don't know how to do a voice recording, and then send it to david@theprisonshow.net. And I think my phone actually does that. You can actually do that from right there from the message. Like it was a text, except you put in the email address. Because I get quite a few of those for some reason. Yours does that, Dani? Mm-hmm. Yep. Technology is something else these days, guys. So keep your heads up. It's kind of hot, but I heard on the news it's supposed to get cold again next week. So, I mean, welcome to Texas. Those of y'all that ain't in Texas and it's already cold and you got some snow and all that stuff, man, bundle up. Do the best that you can. We appreciate you tuning in. Again, it's been a great show and we're growing. It's good to see Stephanie back. I'm not sure if she'll be back next week, but we sure hope that she will. She's welcome to it. If not, she needs to train her little old mini-me over there, and then maybe she can come see us. So, so I mean, we've been looking for a camera person, and Stephanie knows how to do it, so it's kind of nice. And I am willing to train. Yeah. So if somebody wants to come in and learn, she says she's willing to train. So if you don't know how to do it, then come on with it. But we'll warn you ahead of time. We're all volunteers. We all make the same paycheck, which is a big zero.
Yep. It's worth it, though.
Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, I mean, somebody sent me a message the other day. They wanted us to advertise, and they had all kinds of products for us to advertise. I said, no, thank you. We got enough issues going on. So in the meantime, like I say, y'all have a good weekend. Stay tuned for DJ Chill and Skyla Dawn with Damage Control. They'll be coming up next.
Have a great weekend.
Did I cut you off that time?
No.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
The following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back.
Yeah. I don't know why they did it that way. It's so funny.
I know how to.
Hold on, y'all are still on the air.
Cameras and
Why you got us on the air then?
Listeners should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing.
I'm glad we didn't say nothing.
Yeah, you're still saying it.
You're
still saying it. I'm trying to find the closing song. It's not on either one of our things tonight for some reason. Isn't it so funny? And then